Hands down shit.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to Hands Down Sports here on YouTube. For those that never seen my videos or visited before, a like would be very appreciative. And of course, all y'all that have subscribed and keep watching my channel, man, I appreciate y'all to the fullest. So today, of course, I'm going to be talking about our favorite sports, like always, the NFL, the MLB, and the NBA. And like I said before, man, you're a professional athlete. Stop. Don't get in trouble, dogs. Don't get in trouble, man. You know what I mean? Don't get in trouble. But I'm going to be talking about a few things here, fantasy-wise, MLB, how the top teams that were, supposedly, World Series bound are right now struggling. And a lot of other teams are taking advantage, which is nice to see, of course. And then in the NBA, little couple of things that I want to, just talk about real quick. Not crazy set, but thanks for watching. Of course, let's do this. So let's start off with the NFL, and today, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to tell you about a few things here. So for all y'all fantasy lovers like myself, we got some injuries to some key players and some players that you may not have on your squad when you draft, but you might have them on your dynasty. So some are serious injuries, some are not. But the guys that I want to mention, we'll start with Christian McCaffrey. He doesn't have an injury, but he is limited in reps in practice right now by the San Francisco 49ers. So, of course, my advice, go get yourself Isaac Guerendo as a backup, especially if you like to draft McCaffrey. He's going towards the end of the first round, beginning of the second round. Of course, not a bad pick. If he doesn't get injured, he's going to be one of the best. But if he does get injured, like I expect, please have that backup, because Guerendo, he's a young dude. He's probably hungry because he wants a big contract, he wants to get paid, eventually in the next year or two. So that would be very smart of you if you can, do that for yourself. Now, Justin Fields, in practice, someone stepped on his foot during their practice, and he had like some type of toe-foot injury. It wasn't bad. Nothing crazy. He sat out for like a couple of days. They taped him up, and he's good to go. Isaiah Likely, unfortunately, he has a broken bone in his foot. And this week they said that he was going to get surgery, so he's going to miss out 6 weeks. If he misses 6 weeks from now, he'll probably be available after week 2. So, or maybe he'll be back after week 1. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, tomorrow, you're going to be watching this video today, July 31st, and the Hall of Fame game is the LA Chargers and the Detroit Lions. It's going to be on NBC, or if you have that app, Peacock, check it out, because that's what I got. So I'm going to be watching, just to watch, because, it's the NFL. I've been waiting for the season to start, even though I've been focused on baseball, just watching amazing, oh man, we'll get to that later. But let me see here. Matthew Stafford has a sore back. I don't want him injured, because I know I'm probably going to get Puka Nacua or Devontae Adams. And if he's done or he misses time, that hurts those two superstars in fantasy football. I like to play PPR leagues. You know what I mean? So ya tu sabes, loco. Terry McLaurin, he's been holding out because of his contract. He needs an extension. He wants to get paid big bucks, which he does deserve. I'm not mad at that for that dude. Go get your guap, my G. Pero he comes back to show face, and he has an ankle injury. So hopefully it's not that bad, and he recovers from that ankle stuff. It's not broken, so it's good. Let me see here. The last guy that I was going to mention, because he's going to be a good wide receiver from the Atlanta Falcons, in the late rounds of your draft. Darnell Mooney, he has a shoulder injury. He might miss a few weeks, but he should be back by week 1, ready to rock. So those are the little injury information that I got for you. Of course, there's more dudes out there getting hurt. They're falling like flies nowadays. You know how it is, B. The NFL is it's not an easy sport, bro. Everybody is injured all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? But as long as it's not broken, they're going to be out there performing and trying their best. So that's what I appreciate from them. Now, apparently I saw this image right here. And 100 NFL players allegedly will get suspended. And this not just 100 players from 2 or 3 teams. No, it's like from a lot of teams. Apparently selling the last year's Super Bowl tickets for more than its value. And they're violating some type of NFL league policy. And I'm like, dogs, that sucks, my G. I always thought that they, raffle it or give it to some family or something like that. And I know that the Super Bowl in Las Vegas was very expensive, but they didn't play there last year. But I'm just saying, I hope it's not like a crazy Epstein list where it's like superstars like my homie and them, Travis Kelce. Ten cuidado, loco. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if they're going to get suspended, I think they're going to get suspended for like a game or two anyways. But I don't know how that's going down, B. They haven't really mentioned that much about it. Sources told ESPN, my G, about this stuff. So, told you, man, stop getting into trouble, dogs. You think you're slick, but they're going to come down on you, man. You know what I mean? When you sign those big contracts, B, they'll find anything. Una vainita, loco, but just to ruin your shit. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stay nice and clean and, you know what I mean? All right. So what I wanted to talk about the most was this image that I'm posting right here. It's from ML Football. I follow them on Twitter, which is the X app or whatever. They got good content, it's official stuff. But they have this tier, you know what I mean? GOAT status, icons, Hall of Famers, greats, and good ones. And I got straight beef with this list, man, because that good list, take Hurts out of that list, my G. He's supposed to be up there with the greats or the Hall of Famers. The dude got a Super Bowl. None of them, I'm not even going to say bums because I really like a lot of these ball players. They played hard and they played official out there. Even Andy Dalton, he's still playing. He's in Carolina right now. He can't be that bad if you still got a job. Tony Romo was official. He never won a Super Bowl. Or el otro. Kirk Cousins is playing right now, but he's benched because he played horrible last year for the Falcons. What's his name? Derek Carr, he retired this year. Injuries and stuff like that. He's just like, you know what, dogs? I did my thing, Le dieron mucho de esto. You know how it is as a QB. And, on to the next thing in life, dogs. I salute that dude. He was good. He was better than his brother. Anyways, now we got Jared Goff on this good list, which is cool, man. I'm not mad with that, dogs. He made it to a Super Bowl compared to a lot of these other dudes that never made it to the Super Bowl, Dak Prescott, he's good, but he hasn't made it to the Super Bowl, right? And Alex Smith, he was a good quarterback for the Chiefs and a little bit for the San Francisco 49ers. But for the Chiefs, I remember him playing for the Chiefs, and then my homie came in, and he had real serious injuries. You seen his injuries, bro? He's a soldier, B. So I give it to him, good. But Jalen Hurts, dogs, so much disrespect to my guy. Dogs, I put him up on icons right now, son. That he's a man, babe. You know what I mean? I don't know why they hate this dude so much. To put him there, I mean, this is not like from the NFL, but, this ML football, hands down sports, change that right now, dogs. Now we're going to go to the greats. These are great quarterbacks. I like them all, and we're going to do it like this. Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl. That's it. Cam Newton went to a Super Bowl. Donovan McNabb went to a Super Bowl. Joe Flacco won, I'm going to say 2, but I think he won 1 with the Ravens, right? and he had to battle Brady all the time and Peyton Manning and stuff, right? Josh Allen, he's amazing right now. One of the probably the best quarterback. He was MVP last year. He hasn't made it to the Super Bowl because of my homie. But, he's great. Lamar Jackson, I think he's the best quarterback in the league right now. He hasn't made it to the Super Bowl. He's amazing. Michael Vick, I was a super amazing, I was just a big fan since he was in Virginia Tech. Like, this guy's going to, is just going to rip it up in the NFL. He's never made it to the Super Bowl, and he did really good. Come on, man. Mike Vick, dogs, and he had a gun. Son, his arm was official. Besides him being known for running the ball, he can throw the ball. Andrew Luck, he retired early, what I'm saying? Too many injuries, what I'm saying? It's just, pobrecito loco, he probably could have made it to a Super Bowl, but, he never did. And then this Steve McNair, he made it to a Super Bowl and lost to the Rams when he was playing for Tennessee, right? Or do I have the wrong guy? That's what I remember. But anyways, he was a really good quarterback. I think he passed away a couple of years. No, I don't know, man. I'm going to say rest in peace, my G. I haven't looked it up, but I'm just looking at this. Now, we're going to go to these Hall of Famers. My G. We'll start with Matthew Stafford. He's won a Super Bowl. He's an Iron Man. He's in the late part of his career. His injuries, the littlest thing, he's out for weeks, months, out for the season kind of thing. But you know him, man. He got the heart, bro. And he did his thing for Detroit, even though they never really, went to the playoffs and all that stuff. But he won a Super Bowl with the Rams. Nice and healthy. He's the man. Eli Manning, he's not a Hall of Famer. Not to me, even though I'm a Giants fan. You know what I mean? But he did win those 2 Super Bowls, and he beat the Patriots, and he beat he beat Tom Brady. So, maybe he's going to be in the Hall of Fame because of that. But his numbers is not Hall of Fame numbers, bro. His older brother is 100 million times better than him. I'm sorry, bro. Eli, if you ever hear this, Mr. Manning, your dad was nice. Your son, do you have a son that's coming up? I think so. If it's not your son, it's Peyton's son. But anyways, Peyton Manning was the truth. So we'll get to that dude later. Phillip Rivers, he is a Hall of Famer. Never made it to the Super Bowl. But, 4,000 passing yards every year. Tons of touchdowns, this and that, He was a gunslinger, so he threw a lot of interceptions, but the Chargers never made it to the Super Bowl. But they were always, in the running for contention of playoff, visits and stuff, but he didn't make it. Russell Wilson, he has a Super Bowl, and he went to one where he lost, where they didn't give the ball to my mans and them. You know who it is, Skittles and all that stuff. That's how we got. But, is he Hall of Fame? Yeah, he has a Super Bowl, bro, and he has good numbers, decent. Now, the dude that's in the Hall of Fame right now, Brett Favre, even though after the game, a lot of crazy things that he's done and I don't agree with, una peco sabe, as an NFL quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, unstoppable, just amazing. You know what he did, baby. He won 2 Super Bowls over there, so he's legend in Green Bay. Now, Matty Ice, Matt Ryan, he went to the Super Bowl, had the lead, couldn't put it off. It's all good. It's a team sport. He's made it to the Super Bowl. Hall of Famer to me, yes. You know what I mean? He got better numbers than Eli. Go check it out, my G. Prove me wrong, babe. That's why I want the discussion. Because I don't do too much investigation. This is coming off from the dome, son. You know what I mean? Hands down sports, baby. We go from the heart, baby. We don't take no takebacks. Anyways, icons. And Roethlisberger, legend, Steeler. Played there all his career. 2 Super Bowls. Ya tu sabes, loco. Drew Brees. He could have played for the Dolphins and maybe won a Super Bowl for them, but he did it for New Orleans. Legend. He's an icon. And he's helping out Bo Nix and some other quarterbacks that are playing right now, giving them, tricks of the trade type of deal. Aaron Rodgers one Super Bowl with Green Bay. You know, we can be discussing what he's done in the last 2-3 years, which is not impressive. But as a whole, you know, he's a Hall of Famer, and he's going down as one of the best ever. And then you got the GOATs. I mean, Mahomes, all the Super Bowls. There's guys on this list that don't have a Super Bowl because of him, babe. Almost like on some Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Michael Jordan stopped some Hall of Famers from getting rings too, right? And Mahomes, nah, dogs. In the AFC, you got to pass through him. If you're lucky enough, you don't face him and you get to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And then Peyton Manning, he's a GOAT. He only won one Super Bowl, right? Because Eli got two, he got one, but he got all the records. You know what I'm saying? And you can't go wrong with Peyton Manning on your side. You have a chance to win. And then the greatest of all time, dogs, Tom Brady. What can you say? I'm only going to say that, B, because you already know, B. If you follow sports and you don't know who Tom Brady is, get out of here, son. You're lying. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know who Tom Brady is, yeah, go check yourself in the mirror, my G. But my beef is with the Jalen Hurts being all the way down there with the good. Come on, dogs. At least get him with the greats. You know what I mean? Because he got a Super Bowl. And let me see here. Flacco got one. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? He got one too. He shouldn't be down there with none. Those guys don't even got a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Some of them they don't even know what a Super Bowl appearance is, my dude. Come on, man. That's disrespectful. Yo, Philly. Yo, Eagles. To me, probably still the best team in the league. You know, and then the Kansas City's right under that. I'm going to try to do a list of my, top, 1 to 30. 1 through 30 best NFL teams in 2025. That might be my next video. So let me get to my next segment, my G. Okay. Yeah, I'm already steaming over here. Let's get to it. All right. In the MLB, we have to give props to the guys that made it to the Hall of Fame. Now, there's more to the list, but of course, these are guys that I've watched play on TV, watched play at the stadium. They are Hall of Famers now. CC Sabathia going in as a Hall of Fame for the Yankees, I believe. And then Ichiro Suzuki, probably one of the best right fielders of all time, for the Seattle Mariners. And he's going in as a Mariner in the Hall of Fame. I swear, if he did not play those years in Japan and played them in MLB, Pete Rose, your record would have been broken, bro. That's the only guy that I think would have been able to do that. He has over 3,000 hits. CC Sabathia has, a little bit over 3,000 strikeouts. Those guys were amazing. My props to you guys. Congratulations. Official. Let me see here. Now going to the bad, because that's the good. We're going to go to the bad. Now, all y'all Yankee fans, I want to hear y'all in the comments, bro, because I'm dissing your boy. Your man's Anthony Volpe. Come on, dogs. He's still playing short, babe. Yo, he's lucky, dogs. Because if he was Dominican and he was doing this bad, he would have been in Double-A. Forget Triple-A. They would have sent him to Double-A. And this dude is still playing. Yo, how's he on your roster right now, my G? Loco. Let's go over his garbage-ass stats. And don't let me talk about the errors that this guy is doing. Batting .216 with 15 home runs. He's not an RBI guy. You need to be on base, Volpe. Come on. OPS of 694. That sounds good. But .216 batting average? My dude. Man. He's already struck out 100 times, bro, G. 12 stolen bases. Yo, B. Slugging percentage of .409. 22 doubles, 82 hits, 379 at-bats. If the Yankees think that he's going to be a good shortstop for them, yo, bring him down just for a little bit, son, to see, maybe he relinks the spark that he had when you drafted him onto the team. You know what I mean? Okay, he's taking up somebody's spot, and somebody that's in the AAA for the Yankees is hungry, killing it, and he's like, I can't make it to the pros because of this Volpe garbage. Straight trash, my G. If you hear me, you're better than me in baseball. A million times better than me. But loco, in the MLB, you're looking bad, bro. You know what I mean? How you on the same team with the best player in the major leagues and you're not learning nothing from him? You're not gonna learn power. Come on, the dude has 100-something hits already. You know who I'm talking about. All right. Now, Cleveland Guardians pitcher, the closer, Emmanuel Clase, if I'm pronouncing that right. Gambling issues. He's suspended, paid on leave, and because they're investigating. Apparently, he was throwing some pitches, and people were betting on it that it was going to be something, and he did it. I don't know, dogs. At the end of the day, Emmanuel, te encontraste en un problema aquí, loco. That can, your money, dogs, this is your livelihood, son. And you're really nice, dogs. You got skills. You know what I mean? You're a really good closer, my G. I hope that Jose Ramirez is not part of that shit. Please, I hope his name doesn't come up at all, my dude. Pero I'm telling you, man, that's horrible, son. Like, the guys that are getting in trouble for gambling right now. It's supposed to be the guy from L.A., but he doesn't gamble. What? Just remember, dogs, if Emmanuel was providing, close to $1 billion to the MLB in profits, they wouldn't be talking about this situation. That's all I gotta say, my dude. Now, let me see here. Before I talk about the Dodgers, I gotta talk about it. I'm sorry, Dodger fans. I want to hear you in the comments. All the negative stuff you're gonna talk about me, please let me know, my G. But we'll get to that later. Now, for some reason, which I'll have to research this again. Derek Jeter doesn't want to attend the Yankees anniversary for the 2000, the year 2000 World Series. Like, they were gonna, bring that team on to a game or something, and give them their props. Maybe give them a souvenir or something. And apparently he doesn't want to go, and he hasn't mentioned it why he doesn't want to go. If he has, please send me the link and put it on the message down below. Let me know, because I haven't found anything just yet. I just heard about this a couple of days ago, so I was like, what? And I was on vacation, so I wasn't even thinking. Like, nah, there's no way Derek Jeter will be there quick, son. Come on. He's the captain. Let's do this. Anyways, let me see here. The Venezuela Little League team is denied visas to enter the United States so they can go and play in a Little League tournament, the Little League, baseball stuff. Thank you, Trump. Trump. That's what I'm going to call you right now, because, come on, dogs. These are little kids, man. Yeah, there's adults, there's coaches, there's probably some other people, but it just can't be the kids. You know what I mean? Why are we denying kids, bro? You let me know. That shit is horrible news, man. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? That shit just sounds stupid to me. But what can you say, babe? The times that we're living right now, man. Not even, you can't even enjoy sports. That's how bad this is right now. All right. And then Shohei Ohtani stats. Let me pull this up, because a friend of mine sent it to me, and he's like, yo, Hans, this is crazy. So these stats are insane, just like I'm showing you right here. Let me see here. Getty Sports, Kevin Cox posted this. So, my G, through 955 games, Babe Ruth had 240 home runs. Shohei has 257. Ken Griffey had 551 RBIs. Shohei has 627. And remember, he played for the Angels, so it's not just Dodger stats, because this is his second year with the Dodgers. So that, trust me, impressive like a mug. Through the first 91st starts, Nolan Ryan had 607 strikeouts. Ohtani, 618. And remember, he got hurt, so he didn't even play. He didn't even pitch last year. He's pitching just a little bit this year. Like, they're easing him in. Like, here, pitch 1 inning. See what you can do in 2 innings. Maybe 3. Let's see what happens. And then his teammate right now, Clayton Kershaw, an ERA of 3.16 through 91 starts. Shohei Ohtani's is 2.97. So he can hit, he can pitch. That's why everybody's mad at me. Like, oh, Judge ain't the best player in the major leagues. It's this guy. I was like, yeah, whatever. It's my opinion. You know what I mean? Judge is the best player. Just remember that. But anyways, Shohei Ohtani is doing amazing. I'm glad that I'm able to see this. I witnessed him twice already, dogs, in my lifetime, live. I seen him do the 50-50. Go see that video, dogs. Me and my boys was chilling. Well, my cousins. Yo, I was there, son, at the Marlins Stadium when he did the 50-50, dogs. Were you? Nah, ain't no other, other sports people besides those that work there will actually witness history like I did. Give me props for that, B. I need a like. I need subscribe. You know what I mean? I still got that plaque from Andre Dawson I want to give out, but tú sabes, todavía stuck on 96 subscribers. Help me out, my G. You know what I mean? But anyways, the last thing I want to talk about is this video right here. I know there's MLB teams that travel very well. You know, you got the Yankees that travel well, Boston Red Sox, Chicago Cubs, the LA Dodgers. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Who am I missing? The Mets, they travel okay. I've seen them, good attendance over there in different stadiums and stuff where, normally you're like, man, these New Yorkers traveled all the way over here. Not bad. But, dogs, to see this mob of people, you guys have like a Facebook group, Dodger fans? Let me know. I want to sign up, man, because I want to be there too, dogs. I'm like, I saw this. I was like, there's no way. To the Boston Red Sox game that happened last weekend. This is like what? I don't even know, son. Maybe like 2,000 people that attended the game. Yo, my dude, that's amazing to me. Like, I know these people don't live in the East Coast, so they flew from the West Coast to watch their boys play. I mean, that's dedication, though. I mean, the best fans that travel the best to me is in the NFL, which is the Green Bay Packers. So it's not nothing new, but I'm like, why are they going up the street like this? Like this is like, like a parade. You know what I mean? Straight Dodger blue. And that's a lot. To me, that's a lot. To if it was in San Diego, I wouldn't even talk about this. If they were playing the Angels, if they were playing the A's, San Francisco, you guys show up to that. It's right there. To all the California teams, I mean, even if they went to Colorado or Arizona, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, Seattle. Because I went to the Angels game. If you watch my video of the California Angels, Anaheim, that I went to, there was a lot of Mariner fans. But they didn't do this. There was no parade outside. Even when I left, it wasn't like everybody that was a Mariner fan, even though they lost. But, I didn't see a mob like this. This is crazy, my G. I mean, salute to y'all, Dodger fans. Y'all beat the Yankees in the World Series. So, you don't probably see even though I'm not the biggest Yankee fan, but we don't go places and do stuff like this. Yo, we have a LA Dodger fan Facebook group. We're going to be at this street at the Boston Red Sox game. Come and join us. We're going to walk up the street and chant "Et lo otro." My G, you let me know, dogs. You let me know what's going on here, man. That shit is crazy, son. I don't know, bro. Eso demasiado, loco. And then at the end, let me give you the top teams in the MLB. Starting with the American League, we got the Blue Jays and the Tigers tied right now. Now, there were some teams that played. I mean, today, right now, as I'm recording this, is July 30th. And it's going to come out tomorrow, which is going to be July 31st. So I have July 30 stats. Some teams already played. Some are playing right now. Some are going to play in a couple of hours. So Houston, 1.5 back. The Yankees, even though they've been struggling, and my man's is sitting out for an injury, 4.5 games from first. From the American League, Boston, who had a 10-game win streak, they're playing really good, 59-51, 5 games back. Seattle, I'm cheering for y'all. Come on, man. We need to make the playoffs. We need to make it to the World Series, dog. We need an appearance at the World Series there, Mariners. You know, Texas Rangers, who won a World Series like 3 years ago, they're in the mix. Tampa Bay, they're doing real good. They got some superstars. Y'all, son, when they get that new stadium, guaranteed they're going to win the World Series. But about it, I'm going to be there. That'll be my first time going to the World Series. Trust me. Now, Cleveland and the Royals, they got pretty much the same record, you know. Then we got the Angels are 10 behind from first in the American League, you know. That's good to see. I mean, then we got Minnesota, Baltimore, Athletics, and the White Sox, and they, I don't know, son. That's what keep ahí loco. They're hurting, bro. But they get some draft picks, maybe pick up some guys in the off season, and anybody can turn it around. You know what I'm saying? In the National League, we got Milwaukee, who I've been favoring as a central. But Milwaukee's in first place. Then we got the Dodgers, who's supposed to be in first place. They're just 1 game behind. That's 9. We got the Cubs. Yeah, baby. Chicago. We got Philly. They're dangerous. We got the Mets. They're still in the mix, even though everybody was booing them and kicking them down, kicking them and stuff because of Soto and the big contract. Esto lo otro. Look how good they're doing, dog. 62-47. A hell of a fucking record. Excuse me, San Diego. Come on, I want to see y'all in the World Series too. Cincinnati, I'm cheering for y'all. Let's keep working. We're a little bit over 500. The Cardinals, they're 500. They're not going to be a team in the playoffs. I don't see them there. But if they get a run, if they stay like this, and then in the last month they do a 10-game, 15-game win streak, watch out. San Francisco, I thought you were going to be doing a little bit better. I know you guys are in a slump, probably. I haven't noticed, but, 10.5 behind. And then we got Miami, Arizona, Pittsburgh, Atlanta. Disappointing to see you all the way down there, my G. But, ¿qué vamos a say, look? Next year, right? Washington and Colorado. Colorado, babe. Such a beautiful stadium. I love their jerseys and their hats, but right now, I don't think anybody wants to play in Colorado or something. Ya tú sabes, loco. So, I'll sprinkle there the overall, all the entire American and National League. The best 3 teams are in the National League. Then we got 2 from the American League, and then it's on and on. So, we'll see, man. Baseball is amazing. It's just firepower. It doesn't even matter, dogs. Watch how the Oakland/Sacramento A's, watch out for them, bro. They got some players there. Keep them there. Bring them to Las Vegas. Start fresh. Y ya tú sabes, loco. Watch out, son. You heard it here, man. You heard it here. When Tampa Bay Rays get that new stadium, that's going to be worth billions of dollars. They're going to have, everything in that facility, everywhere outside of it, everything's going to be official. They're winning a World Series. And then when Oakland the A's go to Las Vegas and they get a dope stadium and they're there just like the Raiders down the street probably from the LA. I can't even say it, dogs. The Raiders, yeah. the Raiders. They're going to win a World Series. You know what I mean? Some strong takes right there, B. Hands Down Sports. Let's go to my last segment and keep it short. Thanks for watching till this point, man. I really appreciate y'all, my G. Word. So in NBA news, I just want to say that the Knicks have found a really good player. They didn't draft him. They signed him. I don't know how to pronounce his actual name, right? But it's Mohamed Diawara. I don't know. Diawara. I'm not sure. I don't know. But this image right here is what I want to show you because Siakam, I told you, man, he's a really good basketball player. He won a chip with Toronto Raptors. He helped the Pacers get to the finals. He was a big part of that. You know what I'm saying? And now the Knicks are going to have somebody on their bench that might be equivalent to the same skill set as him. Height, length, three-pointers, post-game, defense, blocking shots. De todo. Yo, I love the last name, B, because, we're going into war next year. The Knicks are winning the championship, the NBA championship. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to stop us. Not Boston, not Pacers, not nobody. We're going to go over there and take over. And this guy is going to be one of the big focal points, besides the rookie that they signed that's like 19 years old, the next Kobe Bryant. I hope so, though, but, whatever. I just want to hype it up right now. You know what I mean? The next Pascal Siakam. That's what's up. Let's do it, War. You know what I mean? I wonder what the fans are gonna call him when they see this dude just everywhere all over the court. Fast breaks, just lob it up. Lo fuimos loco. And if y'all saw, Luka went to Dykeman up in Harlem, baby, Spanish Harlem. And I think he was giving out like sneakers and stuff like that. But he went to play some basketball. And there's a video in social media that I should have wrote down. But if I can find it, I'll put it here next to me. The dude shot the ball while sitting down in a chair. And he made it on the first try, Doc. I don't think it was the first try, but still, it's impressive, man. Luka. I'm glad you had some fun out there in the Heights. That's a little Dominican island over there. And, come back, dogs. L.A. is nothing like New York, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, play your little, contract out there in L.A. Don't sign a long-term deal. We got a spot for you here next to your man, Brunson. Remember Brunson? That's your boy. Don't forget. We know. You guys practice every day for the Dallas Mavericks, man. Ya tu sabes, loco. Luka, a New York Knick one day. I dream big. I'm sorry to say. And then we're going to talk about something funny because LeBron James legal team has been banning IG accounts that are posting like these AI generated videos of him being pregnant. Yo, dogs, this dude got mad dough. They get a legal team to make sure that whoever is posting this garbage, because that's stupid, son. You know what I mean? Like, you must really hate this dude to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? But, he's not pregnant. Unlike Kobe's wife, who is, we're not going to talk about her, B. That's for y'all to talk about. But anyways, it's pretty funny that someone out there got a sense of humor to make fun of one of the greatest NBA players of all time, LeBron James. Nigga, he's pregnant. Yo, it's messed up, bro. If they find you, you know what's going to happen to you. And the legal team, yo, that's a hell of a legal team. But that's what I'm going to end it with right here, B. Hopefully you had a good laugh. You know what I mean? I was heated at the beginning of this video, a little bit heated, talking about some, New York Yankee players that shouldn't even be on the field right now, but it's all good. Thanks for watching Hands Down Sports. It's a Starting Lineup podcast. And like always, estamos aquí, loco.